Have you ever noticed the beautiful columns on important buildings? Those tall, elegant pillars that seem to hold up the weight of history itself? They're not just architectural features, they're echoes of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago. The influence of ancient Greece is all around us, woven into the very fabric of our cities and institutions. From the marble facades of government buildings to the grand entrances of museums and libraries, Greek design continues to inspire awe and admiration. But the legacy of Greece goes far beyond architecture, or wondered about the stories behind the Olympics. Every 4 years the world comes together to celebrate athletic excellence, a tradition that began in the ancient city of Olympia. The original Olympic Games were more than just sports. They were a festival of unity, peace, and competition, drawing athletes and spectators from across the Greek world. Imagine the excitement as crowds gathered in the stadium, cheering for their champions, honoring the gods, and forging bonds that transcended city walls. The Olympic spirit, born in ancient Greece, still inspires us to strive for greatness and celebrate our shared humanity. These are just glimpses of ancient Greece's incredible legacy, a civilization that continues to shape our world today. From philosophy and science to art and literature, the Greeks laid the foundations for so much of what we value. Their thinkers asked big questions about life, the universe, and our place in it. Their artists captured beauty and movement in marble and paint. Their playwrights explored the depths of human emotion, and their mathematicians unlocked the secrets of geometry and logic. When you walk through a museum or read a classic story, you're connecting with ideas and achievements that have endured for centuries. Ancient Greece wasn't a single country like many today. It was a collection of independent city-states, each with its own personality and government. Athens, with its love of democracy and the arts, stood in contrast to Sparta, famed for its military discipline and strength. Other city-states like Corinth and Thebes added their own unique flavors to the Greek world. These city-states were often rivals, competing for power and prestige, but they also shared a common language, religion, and sense of identity. This patchwork of communities created a vibrant, dynamic culture that encouraged debate, innovation, and creativity. This unique system, while fostering innovation and rivalry, also led to conflict. The city-states sometimes joined forces against common enemies, but more often, they found themselves at odds, locked in fierce battles for dominance. The stories of heroism and tragedy from these conflicts have become legendary, inspiring countless works of art and literature. Yet, even in times of war, the Greeks never lost their passion for knowledge, debate, and self-expression. Their struggles and triumphs remind us that progress often comes from the clash of ideas and the courage to challenge the status quo. Understanding this complex world is key to grasping the significance of ancient Greece. Their achievements in philosophy, politics, science, and the arts continue to influence our lives in ways we might not even realize. By exploring their stories, we gain insight into the roots of our own society and the enduring power of human creativity. The echoes of ancient Greece are all around us, inviting us to learn, to question, and to dream. Ancient Greece, despite its tumultuous history, gifted the world with groundbreaking ideas and inventions. They gave us democracy, a system where citizens have a say in their government. They explored philosophical questions about life, knowledge, and the universe, laying the groundwork for Western thought. And let's not forget their stunning contributions to art, architecture, and literature, works that continue to inspire and captivate us centuries later. Imagine a world where each city is like a mini-country, with its own laws, army, and identity. That was ancient Greece. These city-states, the most famous being Athens and Sparta, were fiercely independent. This system, while promoting diversity and innovation, also bred rivalry and conflict. City-states often formed alliances leading to power struggles and, ultimately, wars that reshaped the Greek world. Athens, a city bathed in sunlight, stands as a living testament to the enduring power of human imagination and ambition. Nestled between the mountains and the sea, its marble columns and ancient stones whisper stories of a civilization that dared to dream beyond the ordinary. The city's golden glow is more than just a trick of the Mediterranean sun. It's a reflection of the brilliance that once radiated from its people. In the bustling heart of Athens, ideas flowed as freely as the crowds that filled its markets and public spaces. The Agora, the city's vibrant marketplace, was not just a center of commerce but a crucible of thought, where philosophers, merchants, and citizens mingled, debated, and shaped the destiny of their city. Athens became a beacon of culture and democracy, drawing thinkers and dreamers from across the ancient world. It was here in this dynamic environment that the radical idea of democracy took root. Unlike the monarchies and oligarchies that dominated elsewhere, Athens empowered its citizens to have a direct hand in shaping their government. Through a system of voting, debate, and public service, ordinary Athenians became active participants in the life of their city, forging a new path for governance that would echo through the ages. At the Nix, a rocky hill overlooking the city, citizens gathered in great assemblies to debate laws, elect leaders, and serve on juries. These gatherings were lively and passionate, with voices rising in spirited argument and hands raised to cast votes. The very foundations of modern democracy were laid here, as Athenians learned the art of self-governance and collective decision-making. This remarkable period, known as the Golden Age of Athens, witnessed an explosion of creativity and innovation. The city's skyline was transformed by magnificent temples like the Parthenon, while its streets echoed with the footsteps of artists, philosophers, and playwrights. Among them were visionaries like Sophocles, whose tragedies delved into the deepest questions of fate, justice, and the human soul. Alongside Sophocles, Euripides crafted stories that challenged audiences to confront the complexities of love, loss, and morality. Their plays, performed in grand amphitheaters, became a mirror for society, reflecting both its triumphs and its flaws. Through drama, Athenians explored the depths of the human experience, asking questions that still resonate today. Comedy, too, flourished on the Athenian stage, offering sharp wit and biting satire that poked fun at politicians, philosophers, and everyday life. Through both tragedy and comedy, the theater became a space where the people of Athens could laugh, weep, and reflect together, a testament to the city's enduring legacy as a cradle of democracy and drama. Imagine, just for a moment, stepping into the heart of ancient Athens. The air is filled with the sounds of merchants calling out their wares, citizens discussing the latest news, and philosophers deep in conversation. In the bustling Athenian marketplace, or agora, people from all walks of life gather, not just to trade goods, but to exchange ideas. Here, under the bright Mediterranean sun, the seeds of Western philosophy are being sown. Picture yourself weaving through the crowds, catching snippets of passionate debates about justice, truth, and the meaning of life. This was not just a place of commerce, but a vibrant center of intellectual activity, where the greatest minds of the ancient world met to challenge each other and push the boundaries of human thought. At the center of these lively discussions stood Socrates, a man who would become one of history's most influential philosophers. Socrates was known for his unique approach to philosophy. He didn't write books or deliver grand lectures. Instead, he wandered the streets of Athens, engaging anyone who would listen in probing conversations. His method, now called the Socratic method, involved asking a series of questions to help people examine their beliefs and uncover contradictions in their thinking. Socrates believed that true wisdom came from recognizing one's own ignorance, and he encouraged everyone to question everything, even the most basic assumptions. His relentless pursuit of truth and his refusal to accept easy answers made him both admired and controversial. Ultimately, his commitment to questioning authority led to his trial and execution, but his legacy would live on through his students. One of Socrates' most devoted followers was Plato, who would go on to become a towering figure in his own right. Plato was deeply affected by the death of his teacher, and he dedicated his life to preserving Socrates' ideas and expanding upon them. Through his many written dialogues, Plato introduced readers to Socrates' way of questioning, but he also developed his own groundbreaking theories. Perhaps most famously, Plato imagined a world of perfect, unchanging forms, abstract ideals like beauty, justice, and goodness, that he believed were more real than the physical world we see around us. Plato also founded the Academy, the first institution of higher learning in the Western world, where students could study philosophy, mathematics, and science. His ideas about government, especially his vision of a society ruled by philosopher kings, have influenced political thought for centuries. Among Plato's students was Aristotle, a thinker whose curiosity knew no bounds. Aristotle was a true polymath. He studied everything from biology and physics to ethics, politics, and poetry. Unlike Plato, Aristotle was more interested in observing the natural world and drawing conclusions from what he saw. He developed the first formal system of logic, laying the groundwork for scientific reasoning. Aristotle's writings on ethics explored how people could achieve happiness by living a life of virtue, while his studies in politics examined the best ways to organize society. His influence extended far beyond philosophy, shaping fields as diverse as biology, literary criticism, and astronomy. Aristotle's approach was practical and systematic, and his works became the foundation for much of Western science and philosophy for centuries to come. Together, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle form a remarkable lineage of thinkers whose ideas have shaped the course of Western civilization. Their questions about truth, justice, and the nature of reality continue to inspire philosophers, scientists, and ordinary people alike. Even today, when we debate ethical dilemmas, ponder the meaning of life, or seek to understand the world through reason and observation, we are following in their footsteps. The legacy of these ancient philosophers is all around us, in our schools, our laws, and our ongoing search for wisdom. Their teachings remind us that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey, not a destination, and that the greatest discoveries often begin with a single, thoughtful question. The rivalry between Athens and Sparta, two powerful city-states with vastly different values, ultimately led to a devastating conflict, the Peloponnesian War. This lengthy war, vividly chronicled by the historian Thucydides, pitted democracy against oligarchy, innovation against tradition. The war weakened the Greek world, leaving it vulnerable to external threats. It marked the end of the golden age of Athens and ushered in a new chapter in Greek history. From the ashes of a divided Greece rose a remarkable leader, Alexander the Great. Son of King Philip II of Macedon, Alexander was a brilliant military strategist and a visionary leader. He conquered a vast empire, spreading Greek culture and ideas from Egypt to India. This period, known as the Hellenistic Age, witnessed a fusion of Greek, Egyptian, and Persian cultures, leaving an indelible mark on history. Though the Greek city-states eventually fell, their legacy continues to resonate throughout the world. Our systems of government, our pursuit of knowledge, our appreciation for art and beauty, all bear the imprint of ancient Greece. Their stories remind us of the power of human ingenuity, the importance of critical thinking, and the enduring allure of democracy. The Greeks, through their triumphs and tragedies, offer valuable lessons for our own time. The world of ancient Greece is full of fascinating stories, from the rise of democracy to the conquest of Alexander the Great. What part of Greek history do you find most intriguing? What lessons from ancient Greece do you think are most relevant today?